Well, Ceann Comhairle, I want to say at the outset that I support sensible measures to encourage people to lead more environmentally healthy lives, but I have major fears about whether this bill will lead to that. Whilst I believe the Minister and his colleagues in the Green Party are sincere in their motives, I disagree with the approach they want to take. First of all, this bill could be best described as motherhood and apple pie. It sounds wonderful, but what will it mean when push comes to shove? We are being asked to pass a vague bill which gives the government and the minister of the day a free rein to do as they please for the next 30 years. I agree with Deputy Denis Naughton when he says that this bill is anti-democratic, and by passing this bill we are tying the hands of future legislators and depriving them of a say. And when we deprive TDs of a say, we are effectively depriving the people of a voice. Past behaviour is a key indicator of future performance, and it's very true when it comes to action on climate-related matters. Past behaviours of successive governments have targeted the wrong outcomes. We need only to return to 2008, when Environment Minister John Gormley told us to buy diesel cars. The sale of diesel cars went up by 30% in 6 months. The Green Party were delighted. Consumers have modified their behaviour and turned to fuel-efficient cars, they said, evidence that its policies worked. But less than 10 years later, they say that that was wrong. Yesterday, I heard MEP Ciarán Cuffe say that he believes that speed cameras on the M50 are a great idea. And it's proven to slow down traffic, but it's not where we want to be, he said. We need a modal transport shift, more people on buses, preferably on bikes, and that in the future then means we can dedicate one lane entirely to buses. This is happening all over Europe, he says. What I've never heard from the Green Party or this government is that an extension to Dublin Port is a bad idea because of NOx emissions. Ciarán Cuffe may know it's also happening all over Europe. Ports in major cities are being wound down, relocated, or commercial activities are minimised and users are being dispersed to regional, less congested ports. But not in Dublin, it appears. Anyone would think that the EPA reports don't matter, or people's lung health isn't as important in Dublin Port. Is it being ignored for political reasons? Easier to pay the NOx exceedance fines than discuss the hot potato. That Dublin Port activities could be shared with regional ports to the people's advantage. Dare I mention again the fact that removing a toll barrier at Dublin Port Tunnel would make the world of a difference in regards emissions. Dublin Port Tunnel entrance has one of the highest levels of NOx emissions according to the EPA in the city. Maybe that's too simplistic. It wouldn't make us world leaders because first world countries don't have toll barriers and tolls, just Ireland. We have both one in every... Pardon?
Deputy, that's a good point at which we might...
adjourn, Ceann Comhairle.
Well, stop you in your tracks.
Thank you.
Could you propose the adjournment, please, because we need to move on to private members' business.
I propose the adjournment to move on.
Thank you very much.